If you're struggling with your finances right now, or you just want to earn a little bit of extra money to get you through the crazy times that we are currently living in, then don't worry, I got you covered. In this video, I'm sharing with you my top 13 ways that you can make money online starting today. And heads up, you can get started with most of them this week. And I'm sure there's a few of them that you've never even heard before. In fact, number 10, I'm going to teach you how you can make money just by using your voice, recording your voice. I promise you've never even heard this before. So the reason that I know this is that I work 100% online. I've been 100% online for about 5 years now. I'm going to tell you how I make money these days, but I started with almost all of these side hustles when I was first getting started. So what's up? My name is Amber Renee. I'm an online business strategist. I make new videos every single week on entrepreneurship, personal branding, and mindset. So if you are a course creator, a coach, or you're just wanting to get your business online, then you are in the right place. So hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and let's dive deep into number 1. Okay, so there are so many online consulting jobs that you can get started with today. Whether you are doing that in your offline world or whether you've just got the skills and abilities to be able to transcribe that into the online space, then you can start right away. So things like social media manager, content creator, graphic designer, video editor, digital marketer, basic admin, data entry, or even if you can edit a nanochemistry article. Yep, that was one of the jobs that I found when I was looking on these sites today. So I'm going to share the sites with you in a little minute, but basically these are online marketplaces where people like me go on and list that I'm looking for someone to come and help me in my business. So I've hired maybe 300 or 400 consultants this way over the last 5 years, and it's awesome because I hire people from all over the world. They don't need to be in my office. I can just book them for one job or multiple jobs, and they earn anywhere from $5 to $10 an hour, right through to highly specialized people for $300, $400, $500 an hour. So even if you have any skill that can be that you can translate to online business, the sites that you want to look at are things like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, or even Amazon. There are links below to all of these, so make sure you check them out, and it's free to join any of them. So you just sign up, you register your interest, and then you just kind of bid on jobs, sort of like you would bid on an eBay thing. So I recommend getting started on that today. It's super easy, and you can have your first job by the end of this week. The second way that you can make money online is by being an online course creator, a coach, or running a mastermind or a membership site. So I have all of these in my business right now, and this is the way that I make money online. So what you're doing here is you're taking your knowledge, your wisdom, and your insight, and you're sharing it with other people in return for money. So the beauty of this is you can get started this week. You can have your first digital product up for sale this week. And you really just need to be an expert in a technique that you've developed. So there are people making money this way by teaching singing lessons and by teaching guitar lessons and every other type of lesson that you can imagine. So think about what you've created in your own business or life that you could potentially sell to someone else to make their business or life easier. It might be something that you created in your kitchen or something that you created at work. It doesn't matter. There are millions of different ways that you can turn your knowledge into a paycheck starting this week. And the best part is there's really good money to be made. So you can get started with like a $19 or a $47 product, but these days, most of the people I know are earning $2,000 for an e-course or $5,000 or $10,000 for a mastermind. And that's kind of what you can expect in the current market. So as you can see, lots of good money to be made. And I don't know about you, but I personally believe this is literally the best time in history to be starting an online business. The e-learning industry was predicted to triple, become a $625 billion industry by 2025. I have a little crazy feeling that that's going to be skyrocketing due to the current craziness of the world. And everyone right now is sitting at home online. So why don't you share your knowledge with them? Now, if you want a little hand doing that, I have a whole masterclass which teaches you online business strategy. So it shows you how to set up your first digital product. It shows you how to get your first clients, and it teaches you how to scale that to freedom. It's a free masterclass. Sign up using the link below. So if you love the idea of teaching people, but you're not super pumped about the idea of creating your own e-course, you can actually get paid as an online tutor. And again, I used to do this quite a bit. So I used to teach kids over in Japan. And by teach, I mean, I just used to have conversations with them in English and whilst they were trying to learn English. So the best way to do this is by registering with sites like VipKid or Wisant or QKids. They are agencies that will connect you with people that are looking for a tutoring service. Or you could just have a look online for any agencies that work in your local area, or even just search your local job sites or those sites that I mentioned before to find out if you can find an online tutoring business. And with all the kids that are currently at home right now because of crazy times, why not reach out to your school and see if you can offer your school any online tutoring to the local school students? I don't know about you, but I'm sure there are a bunch of mamas and papas sitting at home wishing that someone could entertain their kids for a couple of hours. So definitely check that out. And again, the beauty of this is you can earn some pretty good money. Like if you're just speaking English to someone in Japan, say, it's about $10, $25 an hour. But if you're teaching a really specialized lesson topic, like, I don't know, advanced physics, you can earn up to $80 to $100 an hour. So again, really super easy, an effortless way for you to start making money online this week. Now, the next way that you can make money today is by doing something called affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is where you promote other people's products to your audience. Now, just hold up a minute. I know you've all heard of MLM and network marketing before, but this is kind of different. So with an MLM, you're trapped into selling one product, say for instance, an essential oil. So when you exhaust all of your friends talking about your essential oil, you kind of run out of clients, right? However, the beauty of an affiliate marketing program is that rather than trying to push one product onto all of your friends, you can actually grab a different product or program for each of your different friends that's going to be more tailored and more suited to them. So there are these sites that are called affiliate marketing sites. You can Google them and find one that's local in your area. One that I used to use a lot was ClickBank. And basically on ClickBank, there are millions of products that you can use to promote to your friends and family. So for instance, if you know that someone is about to set up a website, they've been talking to you about growing their new business, you can grab them a link from HostGator. You can send that link over to them and go, hey, if you decide to sign up to a domain and hosting with HostGator, I'm going to get $100 kickback. And if they sign up, you get the kickback, like no questions asked. I actually had a friend whose entire business model was getting $100 kickbacks from HostGator, and he made a shit ton of money over like a long period of time just by referring people to HostGator. So whether you're referring people to a HostGator site or even just the millions of other digital products that are available online, you can log into these sites, get started today, and just go through and choose the sites that you want to be associated with, and then send the referral links when you're having conversations with people. And it's not just these online marketplaces like ClickBank. The majority or a lot of people these days have their own affiliate program. So reach out to your favorite supplier or online business and see if they have a program that you can promote. So for instance, we have an affiliate program here at amberrenee.com. So if you know anyone that's thinking about doing an online course, I will pay you to promote my course to them. And some of my courses pay up to $600 in payment. Just so if you sell one course, I'll pay you $600. So feel free to reach out if that's something of interest to you. The next way that you can make money online is by being a virtual assistant. So are you an A-type personality? Do you have excellent data entry and admin and, keeping people on task kind of skills? If you do, then you might want to get work as a virtual assistant. So you could be working doing anything from basic admin right through to, sales pages and copywriting and building funnels and things like that. And the great part is you can work online and there's pretty good money in it. So a couple of the VAs that I hire are basic entry level, so they're somewhere around $20 an hour. But we also hire really specialized VAs that help me build funnels and sales pages, and they work up to $150 an hour. So again, really good money to be made if you are that kind of personality. And there are so many businesses going online right now. I know that there are a lot of people looking for assistance in that kind of regard that they used to be able to get with their, people in their office space that they're actually not able to access anymore. Do you speak another language? ¿Habla español? Okay, that was really bad. But do you speak Spanish or some other language? Because if you do, then you're in luck, because you can actually use those skills to get work as a translator or an interpreter. And you can get hired by people to translate all manner of things, from reports to articles to websites to books to contracts. So there's heaps of translating work available online. You can search traditional job boards like Seek or Indeed in America. There are specific language service providers like Gengo and Smartling. And there are also translator agencies like on-call interpreters here in Australia. But if you just Google language service providers, you'll be able to find a service provider in your area and get started today. And again, with the number of people that are now shutting down their offices, all of this work has to go online. So now is a great opportunity for you to use that second language of yours. So the next way for you to make money online is to be an influencer. Okay, stop rolling your eyes. Okay, I know how we all feel about influencers, but when I was doing full-time influencer marketing, I earned a lot of money, like multiple 5 figures every single month, just by promoting other people's products on my audience. Granted, I had a reasonable size following at the time, but you can get started in this with as few as 2,000 or 3,000 followers on Instagram. That's what's called a micro influencer. And they're paying people, brands are paying people these days to access micro influencers. There's a whole strategy around that I won't go into in this video, but I would definitely recommend if you have a passion for a particular topic, especially if you've got a really niche audience that you've been cultivating, or maybe you have an audience in a platform that not a lot of other people have. So maybe you have a big LinkedIn following or a decent sized YouTube following. You can monetize all of that with influencer brand deals. So you can go to companies like Commission Factory or Reward Style. They're the ones that I used to use a lot when I had a fashion blog. I would go and buy or if I had a t-shirt, say that I was wearing in a photo shoot, I would tag the brand. And if someone purchased one of the shirts from my link, I would get a kickback directly from the brand. So that's one way of doing it. And, I was doing photo shoots where I had like 20 links in every photo shoot just to try and make some money off every sale. The other way of doing it is by signing up to an influencer marketing platform, something like The Right Fit here in Australia, or Upfluence or Creator IQ here over in America. And these are basically like marketplaces. So there's a bunch of influencers and a bunch of brands, and you just go on there and again, you just bid on a job. So if a brand is saying, I'll sponsor you to do a video wearing a necklace, you can be like, cool, you can pay me this much money to do the video wearing the necklace. So again, this is another way, if you have an audience, that you can get started today. If you don't have an audience, or even if you do and you want a little help with this, I have a 3-part video series which teaches you all about influencer marketing, teaches you how to grow and monetize your Instagram following. So follow that link below and check it out. Next up, you can make money selling goods on eBay or Craigslist or even Marketplace on Facebook. So personally for us, we are currently trying to move house. So on top of everything that's going on in the planet, on the planet right now, we also have to move house. And so we have no time to list all of our things on eBay. And I was thinking I would love it if someone could just come around and list all my stuff for me. I would pay them, they could get a commission. And I know that these services already exist, but why not go and do this in your local area? Again, I'm sure there's a lot of people doing spring cleaning right now when they're sitting at home trying to find something to do. So you could almost go and try and find work where you're taking people's goods and selling them on eBay for a commission. Super easy. And the other way you could get instant work in that is by placing little advertisements or little posts in Marketplace, in Craigslist, in Gumtree, and even in those buy and sell Facebook groups. So you could post saying, hey, if anyone wants to do a clean out, I can come and sell your stuff for you on eBay. And you could get started on that this week. I'm sure there's a bunch of people wanting to do a spring clean. Okay, so if you love copywriting, if you have a natural way with words, you can definitely earn money as a copywriter, especially with all the communication that people need to be putting out in the current time and climate. So there are heaps of jobs like online, writing for magazines, writing for blogs, writing for newspapers. So really it's just a matter of finding the local publication or the online publication, reaching out to them and finding out what they pay their writers. And you can expect to earn anything from about 15 cents to about $1 per word. So if you got paid 20 cents a word and you're writing a 1,200 word article 4 times a month, that will be that's close to an extra $1,000 a month in earnings. So kind of good money there if you're a passionate writer. Okay, so this is my tip number 10, where you can earn money just by recording your own voice. Sounds kind of crazy, but this is what I used to do for a long time. So I used to earn money as a voiceover artist. And the beauty of that is you can literally do it from your own living room. You don't have to go to auditions or anything like that. You can simply record your voice. I used to do it on my phone. I had a little microphone and I would just submit my voice to all these jobs online. So again, I used to find these things on places like Freelancer and Upwork and Fiverr, so all of those places. There's also casting sites, so places like Star Now and Model Mayhem and Backstage. I'll link them below. And there's also specific voice agencies like the Voice Realm. But I would just like Google voice agency or voice work in your a voiceover artist in your area and see what you can find. And again, it's super easy to get started. You just record your own voice, and if you have a really unique or interesting sounding voice, then you may get booked for work. And the kind of work you're doing are things like audiobooks or radio advertising, or you might even get booked for being on the voiceover on trains. So a friend of mine's dad was the voice on the train network in Sydney. So, like the next station is King's Cross. That was my friend's dad. So you might be able to get work like that. So voice work can be anything from, $50, $100 if you're just doing a little clip, right through to a few $100s or a few $1,000s if you're doing a book or a big project. Okay, so tip number 11 is a customer service or a telesales, telemarketing, or a business development manager. With the state of the industry right now, literally everyone is wanting more customer support. I don't know about you, but I've rung my government agencies about 3 or 4 times this week for the first time in my whole life, and they're really hard to get through because they're lacking customer support. So the first place that I'd be looking for, if I knew that I loved getting on the phone, I love talking to people, I love having conversations, is I would reach out to my local government and agency bodies and see if they're looking for anyone to come on board and help with customer service right now, because I think you'll find that a lot of people are hiring. Otherwise, just check out all the local job boards and see if you can find something like a telesales, telemarketing, business development. They are one of the few industries that you're going to now be able to do completely online. So definitely do that if you love getting on the phone and talking to people. Okay, tip number 12. This is so unique. I stumbled upon it, but I wanted to share it with you. It's only for a small section of the market, but I just thought I'm going to share it and maybe it will help you. There is a company called Reload. They are basically like a crowdsourcing platform for recruitment. So basically what they do is they list jobs online, and if you find someone that would be good at that job, then they will pay you the commission that they would normally pay their recruiter. So it's sort of taking the recruiters out and letting just everyday people come in and act as recruiters. So basically what you're doing here is you're going online, seeing if any of your friends would meet any of the job requirements, and then just reaching out to the people that you know and going, hey, do you want this job? If someone gets hired, you get a kickback. So cruisy. Now, I could only find the American version. I don't know if it's available in your industry, in your area. Also, the industry is super niche. So at the moment, it's just kind of like healthcare, but I have a feeling they're going to grow because that's definitely a great platform. So check it out. Now, these last 2 tips are if you just love driving your car, or if right now you just want to get out in your car and get away from your family, no judgment. So if that is you right now, then you can actually make money from this. So I'm not suggesting Uber, of course, because #social distancing, but you can actually make money by doing a local delivery service using platforms like Shipt or Sheba Drops here in Australia, or Roadie, which I think is in America as well. So these platforms offer sort of like local peer-to-peer delivery. Jimmy Brings is the other one in Australia. Jimmy brings me my alcohol. So I don't know if Jimmy Brings is hiring drivers right now, but thank you, Jimmy Brings. I love that you bring alcohol. I love you. So just, think about the businesses that need these kind of services right now. So all of your local customer-facing businesses that are now shut, I'm sure they would love it if you reached out to them and you figured out a way for you to do customer deliveries for them. So whether they have it in place or not, why don't you just hit them up and be like, hey, if I can come and deliver food to your customers, can we make some kind of arrangement? You don't even need any fancy app or tools like this. Just hook your own local customer delivery service up. Why not, right? You're all just sitting at home with your car sitting in the garage, so why not make some money out of it? And the final tip is, if you're doing that and you're driving around an area, you can wrap your car in decals, so in advertisements, and get paid by brands. So there are companies like Carvertise and Rapify in America, and Ads on Wheels, Raply, and Afori in Australia, hope I pronounced them correctly, who are basically agencies for, they represent brands, and you can take your car into their agency. They will put a custom decal onto it, so like an advertisement. You can drive that around and you can make up to about $1,000 a month just by driving your car in the same way that you were going to drive it anyway. So crazy. So if that's something something that you're interested in doing, then make sure you reach out to those companies and see if you can make some extra money whilst you're out on the road. And lastly, I just want to remind you that we are in some crazy, crazy times right now. And I just want to remind you that you have a choice as to how you react to this time. So you can either react to this in a way of tuning into the scarcity and tuning into the fear and tuning into the lack, which I appreciate there is a lot of right now. I'm not taking away from that situation, but I also understand that there are still people who are living in abundance. There are still people who are going to rise up out of this, like the e-learning industry are going to make a lot of money out of this current situation. So how you react to this situation will be the biggest factor in the future of your development. Do you choose to live in fear and assume that no one's got any money and we're all broke, or do you choose to rise up and tap into the higher consciousness that has wealth and abundance and prosperity throughout this crazy freaking time? So the choice is yours, and you are powerful, and you can choose how you want to see the world. So do you want to wake up and say, "Good morning, God," or the universe, as I call it? Or do you want to wake up and say, "Good God, morning"? My name's Amber Renee, and I look forward to seeing you in next week's video.